it's never occurred to me to think of this album in terms of Christian music, which is like a whole other Santa bag full of toys
right.
to discuss of the interplay between,
let me stop you then. How did this come to you? Because at this point she was clearly identified as a Christian artist. So if she didn't, how did she come to you? Or how did you understand her at that time?
Christmas.
Oh.
And there is, to me, a suspension of, not disbelief, how to finish the sentence, suspension of belief, maybe, that Christmas time is directly tied with Christianity for me. And part of that is because the church that I grew up in had this great idea that if you celebrated Christmas as Christ's birth, it was sacrilegious because we don't actually know the date that he was born on. And so Christmas had to be a secular holiday. And we were not allowed to have nativity scenes. You couldn't have which, I mean, that's like a whole crazy mind puzzle. And yet here are these songs that are worship songs. I mean, I see how that's a totally fair way to think of them. But they came to me as Christmas songs, not as Christian songs.
Right.
And, I have since become not a Christian, and even still listening to them, I'm able to be in this wonderful, nostalgic joy Christmas place that isn't the same as Christian space.
Sure.
Even though the words are literally, like Savior, save us, exalted one, yada, yada, yada. I think some of it's that, like, you have a song talking about this baby saving the earth right next to a song about Santa Claus. And so you're under the umbrella of myth making. And in a way, it's like a more honest reckoning with belief, because a belief doesn't have grounding. If you have grounding for something, you know it. If you believe something, that's like coming from something else. And to take it one step further, faith is the acknowledgement that you don't have grounding. But belief is that middle space to me between faith and knowing. And belief is one of the great buzzwords of Christmas, I think. You see stockings with believe on it. They're talking about Santa. They're talking about Jesus. They're talking about magic. I think they're really just talking about the concept of suspending your disbelief. Go back to that phrase. And there's something about that that's like really childlike and vulnerable and sweet, that even though I have major issues with the actual literal messages of some of the songs on this album, I don't care. I sing along and I have tears in my eyes because it's all just part of the season,
The 12 Songs of Christmas podcast is available from Apple, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, and Pandora. Follow 12 Songs for new episodes weekly. You can also find us online at 12songsofchristmas.com and on Facebook at 12 Songs of Christmas as well.